What up, people? It is your boy, Mr. Noland. Alright, so I created a test review since there is no homework tomorrow, and this is for the regulars test. There's a different test for regulars and pre-AP, so this is just for regulars. So let's look at number 1. Warren went scuba diving at Medina Lake. He dove to a depth of 50 feet below the lake's surface to explore what was down there. After exploring, he ascended 18 feet to view a school of fish. What was Warren's depth after his ascension? Well, 50 feet below is represented by a negative 50. Ascended means he went up, like he was trying to go get some air, so he went up. So think about this. You're 50 feet below the water. You go up 18 feet. Well, doesn't that mean you're still below the water? Well, yes. So if you're below the water, that's a negative. And now we're going to go into our process for adding and subtracting integers. So what we taught the kids was, which unit is bigger, the 50 or the 18? The 50 is. Since the signs are different, keep the sign with the larger unit. So I kept the negative sign. Since, again, the signs are different, subtract the numbers. So 50 minus 18. So Warren is still 32 feet below the surface of the lake. Okay, so he was negative 50 feet. So he was negative. Here's my little lake. Woo! There's my lake. Look at that. Here he is. Let me give him some arms here. Now he's got arms. Okay? So this is at negative 50 feet. He then went up 18 feet, which means he went closer to the surface. And now he is negative 32 feet below the surface. There's a little visual for you. Awesome. All right. Number 2. Mary has a balance of negative $58 in her account on Thursday. So I need that negative 58. She was paid on Friday and deposited a check of $683. And then she had an overdraft fee of $20 deducted from her account. If there were no other transactions that day, how much will be in her account? I'm going to start with a positive amount of money. This is how much her check was $683. Okay. How much was in her account before she got the check? Well, she had a negative balance. She had negative 58. So let's do the math here. So she now has $625. However, there was still a $20 deduction for the overdraft fee. And now how much does she have in her bank account? $605. That's how much she has. All right. While watching the Buffalo Bills, boo. Let's go back to the 90s. How about them Cowboys? All right, I'm messing around there. All right, so here we go. While watching the Buffalo Bills, Donald decided to list yardage gained as a positive integers and yardage lost as negative integers. After these plays, Donald recorded 14, negative 7, and 9. What was the net gain or loss? Well, let's say the running back went for 14 yards. That's a positive 14. Then the quarterback for the Bills was trying to make a pass, but instead he got sacked and he lost yardage. He lost 7 yards. So 14 minus 7 is just 7. Okay, so now they have 7 yards so far. And they gained another 9. So 9 plus 7 was 16. So they have a net gain of 16 yards. Not too bad so far. Number 4. Brian went to the Erie County Fair in Buffalo, New York this summer. He started with $30. So there's my starting balance. He pays for his own admission of $10. So guys, if you pay someone, aren't you losing money? Yes, so I have to get rid of $10. So that means after my admission, I have $20 left. But while I was paying, I didn't notice that $15 fell out of my wallet. Gah, I'm losing money now. I'm just giving it away. So there's how much I have. And then I lost $15. So that means I have $5 right now. Now, his friend was nice enough and lends him $10. So that way he can have some fun at the fair. How much money do I have altogether? $15. Look at how I broke that down step by step. I started with how much I had. There's my admission. This is how much I have left. Okay, how much I have left over? I lost the $15, which means I had $5 left. And then I add how much my friend gave me. And there's your answer. Not bad at all. Write an expression, that'd be nice if I put the word "and" in here. So write an expression that is represented by the model below. Well, if you think about it, I started here at 0, and I went to the left to -7. I then start here at -7. I went to the right. If you go to the right, is that positive or negative? Well, that's going in the positive direction. How much in the positive direction did I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, I started at 0. I went to the left, -7 units. Then from the -7, I went to the right, which is a positive, 10 units. Where did I end up at? I ended up right there at 3. So there's your expression. And if it's asking for where did you finish off, it would be here. If it asks for the expression, here's your expression, -7 plus 10. All right, next one. A team of 4 teachers competed in a golf contest. The names and scores of the players on the team are shown in the table. The team's score is the sum of all the scores in the table. What is the team's score? So we had Brian shoot a -2. We have Cameron shoot a +3. We have Steven shoot a -4, and Warren shot a -1. Okay? So I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing it. I'm going to start right here with all my negatives. Notice these 3 all have the same sign. You keep that sign and you add the numbers. 2, 6, 7. In terms of money, you owe me $2. You borrow another 4 from me, so now you owe me 6. And then you borrow another one, so you owe me 7. There's the -7. Okay? And then it says a +3. Well, I want you to look at this. What do you have more of? negatives or positives? Well, in this case, I have more negatives, so the answer is negative. And then, since the signs are different, subtract the numbers. 7 minus 3 would give you 4, so the answer would be negative 4. Now, another way you could do it is on a number line. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make this look nice and pretty here. Alright, so I start at 0. Brian shot a negative 2. 1, 2. Okay. And then Cameron shot a positive 3, which means I have to go to the right 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Then look at Steven, overachiever. Steven shot a negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now we're at negative 3 as a team. And then Warren actually did pretty good. He shot a negative 1. So here's my negative 1. And what did I end off at? I ended off at negative 4. There's your answer. Alright, not too bad. Alright, number 7. The low temperature recorded one morning was negative 5 degrees Fahrenheit. The high temperature recorded that afternoon was 41 degrees Fahrenheit. What was the change in temperature from the morning to the afternoon? Okay. Well, I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing it. So here's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then we'll call this one 41. And here's my negative 5. So this is where I started, and this is where I finished up. Well, to go from negative 5 to 0, I had to increase by 5. Well, to go from 0 to 41, because that's where I ended off at, I increased by 41. Well, 41 plus 5 altogether would give you an increase of 46 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's your answer. The temperature changed 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Another way you could do it, you could take the high temperature minus the low temperature. Now notice here I got double back-to-back signs, which you cannot have in math. So I'm going to circle it. Since my double signs back-to-back are the same, it becomes a positive. So you rewrite it as 41. There's no more 2 signs. The double negative turned into a positive, and then bring down the 5. 41 plus 5 gives you 46 degrees Fahrenheit. I showed it with a model, and I showed it mathematically. 2 different ways of solving the same problem. Okay. Number 8, write an addition equation modeled on the number line. Well, I started at 1 and I went to negative 1. What was that change? The change was negative 2. And then what was the change right here? The change was negative 3. So I want you to think about this. You owe me $2 and you borrow another 3. Doesn't that mean you owe me $5? Well, yeah, if you owe me money, that's a negative. And then there's your 5. Another way you could say it, aren't those signs the same? Well, yes. So keep the sign, add the numbers. Okay. And there is the expression. If you're looking for the full equation, this is what we're looking for right there. Alright guys, I hope this video helps you out. I would definitely watch this once or twice. It'll be very helpful for you. Alright guys, have a great evening. Bye.